is Andrew Chavez, and I currently work in LA. I'm an independent recording engineer, so I work wherever the sessions are. I do a lot of work at Paramount recording studios lately, the last few years. It's, to me, the biggest recording studio in Los Angeles, great clientele, but I work everywhere. I've been in the industry probably about 18 years. Yeah. I've been very lucky to work on pretty much every genre. Country, pop, rock, hip hop, rap, R&B, dance. I've been able to work with a whole slew of people, so I've been very blessed in that way. Yes, I actually have. Gwen Stefani, Alicia Keys, Christina Aguilera. I worked on a Tupac record, not with Tupac, but it was definitely an honor to work on that. A producer, writer named Linda Perry. She wrote Beautiful for Christina, so we worked on that. Mariah Carey, Mr. Rhymes, Method Man, Redman. Who else? Just about that. Currently, I've been working with a lot of songwriters and producers. I worked with recently YG, French Montana, did a Justin Bieber session, songwriting session for him. Also, Neil J on Motown Records for recently. A bunch of great people. He's got in touch with me through Paramount, I believe. He called to book a session and went through the webpage, and there's a page that has a list of the engineers. Luckily, he picked me, and he called me up before our session. We talked. From the minute we hung up the phone, I was like, okay, I'm gonna work with this dude, because it was just different. It felt different. It felt like it had a meaning behind it, as opposed to like, hey, I want to just get in and make some club ratchet music. You know, he had something to say, and I'm always down with that. So I definitely was looking forward to the sessions, and every session we've done since our first one has been great. His music is different because it has purpose to it. It reminds me of like mid 90s to early 2000s, where people were talking about a subject. It's not just, this is how much money I make, this is the car I drive, these are the girls that I've slept with. You know, it's, you listen to his music and you're like, this is how you get to know an artist and what they've gone through and what they're going through, and how they can help you, to let you know, like, you're not alone. Like, if you're going through something, I've been through the same thing, and this is how I dealt with it. Maybe this can help you, or just so you know that you're not the only one going through any situation in your life. I don't know that he sounds like an artist, but I know that the feel of his music would be, musically he picks very moving tracks, very moving instrumentals that still have that thump to them that makes you bob your head. So I would say emotionally, very close to an early Eminem. Voice-wise and delivery and cadence, I think it's all his own, which is great, because if he sounded like a Method Man or a Tupac or a Biggie, you could just put Tupac and Biggie on. But the feeling that he gives you is that of a Pac or an Eminem, because he doesn't really hold anything back. He's telling you exactly what he feels and exactly what he's going through. He doesn't filter himself, which is what those artists did. But cadence-wise and voice-wise, I think he's his own. I think his message is very much needed today, and it's very important to today's youngsters because they kind of have no message right now. No one's giving them anything except turn up, turn down for what, and whatever it is else is going on. It's not that music is not good and it's not catchy and it doesn't get you dancing, but you're not dancing 24/7. Sometimes you're thinking about things. Sometimes you're going through something. Sometimes you just want to hear a story, and that's what he brings. I think it's important for people to know that at those times, because you're only turning up, 2 evenings a week, and the rest of the time is real life. So I say his message is very important. It's for those times that you're not turning up on the weekend, on a Friday night or Saturday night. It's every other moment of your life, pretty much. I think his background as a Marine does play a huge role in his music because he, as any Marine that has served, went overseas and come back, they have a deeper appreciation for the very simple things in life, like just being able to get outside and go get his mail, probably sometimes he's happy about. So he's much more appreciative. He's deeper than the average person because of what he's been through, and he has a pride about him that a lot of the service guys have, and they all should have, and they all do have, and they all carry that with them. They're very proud to have served their country, and us as civilians are very proud of them serving our country. So I do think it's I don't think he would at all be who he is as an artist if he didn't go serve overseas and go through what he went through. What differentiates him from everybody else is, like we said, just what he's been through and his willingness to put that on record for you to listen to and not to worry about, I can't talk about that because that's not cool right now. Like, I'm gonna talk about that because that's who I am. That's coming from my heart. So, to me, that's what it is. What I like most about his music is the feel that you get when you listen to it. He does sprinkle them dance tracks in. Obviously, he likes to have fun as well. Everybody likes to have a good time. So he will take you through, in kind of like a roller coaster through his record. He has a lot of depth and a lot of things to say, and then before he has too much, then party a little bit, and then you go back to real life. So I kind of feel like that's the roller coaster you go on listening to his album, and I think it's a good one. I think it's what reflects everyday life. To improve, I just think he needs to keep doing what he's doing. He's gonna improve because he's gonna grow. Like, as long as you're open as a person to new things, you're gonna grow. And the day you stop learning is the day you stop growing, and the day you stop growing is the day you stop learning. And I don't see that in him. I see him his willingness to learn and just be a sponge for information, a sponge for people's stories, a sponge for soaking up life. And as long as he continues to do that, his music will grow, his brain and his mind and his heart and his soul will mature, and that will reflect in his music. Well, his work ethic was, we did 6 songs in 5 hours, pretty much says it. I've done sessions where it takes 3 days to do a vocal. Our last session, he came in, he knocks them out. If he doesn't have them written in the studio, they're written in an hour. And we're, like I said, 6 songs in 5 hours. It's pretty great. And of course, I would definitely work with him again. I would for sure say buy the new record. Why? Because it's good. I mean, it's relatable. It bangs. it makes you think, it makes you feel, it makes you happy. And who doesn't want to be in touch with, who doesn't want to know that there's somebody else out there going through what you're going through, whether you're happy, someone else is feeling happy with you, whether you're sad, whatever it is. If you want to hear something that reflects something in your life, buy that record. Well, I think kind of a blanket statement for any genre, for independent artists, is you're gonna get out what you put into it. So if you're an artist and you just want everybody to do everything for you, you're probably not gonna get very far. If you grind and you stay on it and you hustle daily and you make those connections and you book your shows and you get out there and do the footwork, don't just rely on the internet. You know, I know a lot of good can come from the internet, but it could also come from a handshake. So I say just stay on your grind, don't give up, and especially in this climate in the music industry today, because you don't have to be signed to a major label to make noise at all. Actually, more artists now are probably independent or are on independent labels than the majors, that as when it comes to not just on the radio, but like around the country and around the world. Like any venue you go to, you can tour the US and never have radio play and be successful. So I would say just find your path or create a new one. You don't have to follow other people's ways. You can create your own. Use the web, use your feet, use your hands, use your smile, use your voice, use anything you have available to you, and it will happen.